I just absolutely hated my own parents. Not because I thought they abandoned me. I hated their brown faces.
Mary Kershane is reading a bit of her story from her time in the residential school system. She was one of the thousands of survivors who shared their stories with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. She is also one of the survivors who is featured as part of a new educational tool facilitated through Google Earth.
These kinds of stories will be forever there so that we can, we can't just say it's only good for a couple of years and then we kind of destroy them. No, it has to be sustained and maintained so that they're always there.
It's called the Google Earth Voyager Residential School Story, and it was created through a partnership with Google, the National Centre for Truth and Reconciliation, and Canadian Geographic Education. Ry Moran, director of the NCTR, says the project is part of the development of a broader Indigenous Peoples Atlas.
Really responding to these collective calls to action by survivors to make sure that Canadians know what's going on in this country, understand where this all occurred.
The map is broken down into 4 different sections. Each one uses photos, interviews, and geographic locations to provide context on the history of residential schools. Not every school is featured, but Moran says that will change.
This is a really good starting place. The residential schools are mapped on there, so it does give people a sense of where things happened and the scope of the residential school system. But I think we have to also reflect on the fact that day schools are not included in that. The new schools that were recently added up in Newfoundland and Labrador.
The tool was designed for students learning about residential schools for the first time, but Moran says anyone can use it. As an educator herself, Kershane supports the various ways of addressing the past.
Be it oral, be it writing about it, be it technologically. Now is the time. We're in a time this is our time in history. It's a Renaissance period that will last forever. Yeah.
Brittany Hobson, APTN National News, Winnipeg.